That is so stupid, irresponsible, borderline disgusting. As a parent and as a partner, that is.
I feel a little called out right there.
Well, what the think this show is?
Hey, this is Miles. I am 25, based out of Lake Mary, Florida, and this is Financial Audit.
Welcome over to Austin, Texas. What do you do for a living in Florida?
I'm an IT consultant right now.
Okay, cool. Could be a good industry to be in. What are you making?
I'd say typically, like last year, I had made about like 65, and then this year I'm probably trekking for like 62 after taxes paid.
Okay, so is it based on after taxes paid? Yeah. Oh, okay. So this is a contractor job.
Yeah, it's a contracted job that
makes sense as a
consult
consultant. So with that, it's hourly based then?
Yeah.
What's your hourly pay?
I get 28 an hour.
Okay.
I'm typically working about.
How does that stack up for most IT consultants? 28 an hour.
Honestly, not that great. I'll be honest, I'm a little lowballed. I probably should be getting more in like the 35 an hour.
Well, maybe.
range.
How long have you been in the position?
With them, consulting for them, since January.
Oh,
I
okay.
had lost my job before.
Oh, you lost your job. What happened?
Well,
what was the job?
Well, I had worked at Mitsubishi, and basically I had some issues with the vice president director. She's kind of an issue, and they ended up giving me the boot.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's very specific. Were you in IT there?
Yeah, I did IT there for about 2 years, and then
the average is about $38 an hour for IT consultants in Texas. You're in Florida. But I'm assuming it's pretty similar anyway. So with that, 25 versus 38, on that upper range, it's like 46 to 61. And then the lower range, it's 26, which is...
Oh, I'm making 28, so that's a little...
Oh, yeah. 28, I was reading your age. Yeah, okay, cool. So, obviously, we have a lot of debt. We have a lot of things. What is going on?
So basically, what it all kind of happened is I never really took my finances too seriously because like my parents, they like had a pool. Well, they still have a pool resurfacing business.
Okay.
And essentially, for most of the time, I was renting there for about $500 a month. In Orlando. No, I was renting at my parents' house.
Okay,
like, they were letting me stay there for $500 a month. And it was in central Orlando, which is actually extremely good for what the market is over there.
Sure, they're your parents. Okay.
And then essentially, they would kind of just always come in whenever they felt like it. They would just, never really let us know when they were coming over to the house, even though I was paying the money. And we kind of got into an argument
it's
where
their house. I mean, okay. So, this
but
seems
to be fair,
story.
Even though I'm giving them, if I'm giving them $500, then
no, of course I would love respect of boundaries and stuff like that. But it's just like, okay, fine. It just seems okay. Go ahead.
And then so that had happened, and I basically told them, hey, I'd really appreciate you guys give us a call. You don't have to, we don't need permission for you guys to come over. Come over whenever you want. It's your house.
You and a girlfriend or roommate?
Yeah, it's me, my fiance.
Okay.
She was and our baby. Which our baby
you have
right
kid?
now. Yeah, a little 9-month-old.
Oh,
she's a little girl.
Oh, so this is also recent. This story.
This is pretty recent. Okay. And so essentially, I gave them that conversation. They told us, we'll come over whenever the F we want. You have a problem, you need to be out by X date. And then they kind of just kept coming by and harassing us all the time.
Okay, what's harassing?
Harassing is like straight up, like they came over and they gifted my sister a TV. That she was living with us too at the time.
Okay.
And they gifted her a TV, and then they just came into the house while we were watching UFC, and just straight up took my TV and like walked out through
your
a huge scene. Well, I mean the TV in the house that we were watching.
The one that they gifted?
Yeah, the one that they gifted to my sister. But then they took it from me while I was watching it.
Okay, just to be clear, I asked, so what's going on? And right now I'm hearing about a TV that gifted and taken away.
It's
I don't
lead
think all the missed payments we're about to go through is because the TV got taken away. What are you on about? Guys, it is finally time. I've been building this thing out for 6 months and now I finally get to share it with you all. It's investing time, baby. I worked with professionals across the board and mixed in my own philosophy to create what I honestly believe is the very best investing program that can be found anywhere online. Right now, you can join for $97 until the end of this month, where it'll then go up to $147. On top of that, the first 250 people who sign up will join me for an exclusive live stream where for the very first time ever, I break down my $1 million real estate investing portfolio and strategy. So sign up now so I can teach you what investment accounts you need and where to open them, how to plan for retirement, understanding your risk profile and what that changes in your investing, and a deep dive into 5 different portfolio strategies popularized by the likes of Warren Buffett, Yale University, and other investment experts and institutions. I'll also give you a full list of index funds and ETFs you can buy to fulfill the needs of your portfolio. And this is applicable to anyone in the United States, no matter if you're employed by a company or self-employed. I'll also give you everything you need to know about tax advantage accounts, children's accounts, health accounts, and much more. This is literally the best investment you can make for your life right now. So make sure to sign up with the link in the description below or click the link in the pinned comment below to secure your free purchase after the stocks that are gifted and before the first 250 are sold out and before the price increases. You can also go to calebhammer.com/investing.
Okay, because I'm getting to it. See, here's the thing, man.
Yeah,
Listen, it's hard. It's hard. Because see, then after that happened, then we ended up forcing to move. Then I had to basically just...
Okay. Hold on, easy. Okay. Well, you were going very slow in that story for a long time. Then all of a sudden we went from a TV was gifted that was taken away and I was forced to move. What the forced you to move?
What forced me to move?
A jump.
It's because when they took all their I basically found anything in the house that was,
So they took...
they took the TV, they took a trash can, just like
Is it
they
theirs?
took a piece of ours. Yeah, it's theirs.
Okay, so they needed it for something maybe.
No.
Maybe they weren't properly communicating?
Trust me, they were being petty.
Petty about what? For why?
Because of the fact that I said that I want them to call before they come over and not just come over.
What is your relationship with them?
They're my parents.
Yeah, no. What's your relationship with them like?
It's not great.
Doesn't sound like it.
It's a little toxic.
Okay, let's not pretend you were probably a perfect angel, though. Were you?
No. I definitely might have reacted in ways that have not been the greatest, and so
temper tantrums.
But basically, it led to an eviction. Papers.
Eviction, interesting.
I don't think it was a real eviction. They just kind of put eviction papers on all the doors, all the windows.
They did?
Yeah, my
to
parents.
Their kid?
Yeah.
That's weird. Instead of just having a conversation over
while
a
I have
meal?
a baby.
Oh, forgot about the baby thing. Yeah.
And then, so at
That's
that point,
weird. So, okay, first of all, we're hearing your side. So it's just sure, maybe they didn't want to enable some kind of behavior they were seeing. Maybe there's all this different stuff. Maybe you were being spoiled. Maybe they're just pieces of shit. We don't know. We're only hearing your side. But even still, it's the eviction paper versus a conversation, especially when their grandchild is involved. That's a bit weird, I'll be honest. Regardless, there would have to be some major context missing for that not to be weird. Okay. So you got the eviction papers.
And then at that point, it said that, to be out by November. And so I kind of just had to, I was like, okay, I'm going to find a place near my job.
Sure.
Got a place. And then within that same month, a coworker had basically got in my face, cussed me out. And then,
why though? Come on, it didn't just...
Well, because...
What? No one just shows up and that happens.
Because he was trying to break a law. And then I was just like, it's like a security privacy law.
Okay.
And in that, it's like a security privacy law. It's like this basic IT thing that you follow with how you move data between countries and different companies, And so I said, hey, this different company that's trying to access our data for our company in this country, they're a foreign country with a foreign company trying to access our data. We shouldn't do that.
And you said it just like that.
Huh? I did. And then he told me to mind my business. And then I told this old man, I said, well, If you didn't, if
where's
you knew,
this going? Where is this going? This is one of the biggest opening stories. What are we? 10 minutes in. Where's this going?
it's getting there.
Into the mic.
It kind of just
listen.
happened.
If you're gonna
It's a
tell the
domino
long story,
effect.
at least tell it into the mic.
It's a dominant. It's a domino effect because I was like, okay, let me move to Mitsubishi. Let me move closer to my job, and then got an argument with a coworker. I tried my best to do things the right way. I told my boss,
you were a perfect saint. Okay.
I was like you could like in the whole video. Like he yelled at me. I kept my composure. I went straight to my boss, and then
So were you fired?
Yes.
That was the car company.
Yeah. Well, it was a power company.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was like
Mitsubishi Power. They do power.
Oh, I was thinking of the car.
No.
Okay. Cool.
And
sure, but you're in a better job now. So just why? Where are we today? That's like what is going on? That's what I asked.
Well, I guess I was just so okay. So after all that, spent a bunch of money on like moving, getting an apartment, putting in down payments, buying a motorcycle, and then what's it called?
What? Okay, I don't think that's necessary to live, is it?
I needed a way to get to places.
You didn't have a way to get to places.
Well, I did have a Jeep, but I had to sell that Jeep because
Why?
the insurance was really expensive and the gas was like $100 a week.
How much was the motorcycle?
It was like $4,000.
How much was the Jeep?
Did
you get for it selling?
No, my parents bought it for me, but it was like 18.
Who got the money when you sold it?
I got the money.
How much did you get?
I got like $13,500. It was a leak in it had like.
Where'd it go? Where'd that $13,500 go then?
I bought a motorcycle, and I moved.
This is okay. Well, let's give context to this because this is. I'm gonna cut off your story. Because let's have context, like numbers behind this. Because what the. Well, first, I always want to hear someone's own interpretation of their own situation. Give yourself a score of 0 to 10. 0 being the absolute worst finances possible, 10 being the absolute best finances possible.
I say like 6. Easily.
And
Yeah.
if you want your Hammer financial score, and you're reasonable about your expectations and not expecting something stupid like 6 if you have all these missed payments, it's free. It's in the description below. Oh, why a 6?
Well,
that's
I have a good amount of money saved up, and my rent is paid on time, and I have food.
Okay, so basic requirements to the rent and food part. What's the money saved up for?
Part of it is for taxes, and then part of it is just because I was so scared of when I did lose my job because I didn't have any savings at the time that I just.
How much is emergency versus taxes?
I'd say like a third of it is going towards taxes, and then the other 2/3 I'm probably pocketing from what my finance app thing that I use tells me.
Pocketing for savings.
Yeah. Well, not pocketing, but like I keep it in
Okay. And why haven't? I'm curious why we have like I'm looking at this. If there is like a couple $1,000s in savings or so, which okay, cool. Why do we have a late fee on the first card I'm looking at? Why do we have a late fee on the first card if we have actual money sitting aside? You're blessed compared to a lot of people that have been on, and there's a late fee. Doesn't make any sense.
Well,
$37 fee with $26 of interest. This card, the balance went up. Shocker because of that. So what do we have? Bank of America. Everyone loves them. $1,129.50. And again, for your income situation, it's not fiance, right? Not married?
Yeah, fiance.
How does she contribute to the house? Does she?
I mean, she keeps the house clean.
Okay, so it's like what? Huh?
I get my din-dins and stuff.
Okay. So, okay. So she does not bring in income, is what I was asking.
Yeah.
Trying to ask. Okay, $73 minimum monthly payment. I'm pretty sure it's normally $45, but late fee for payment due, $37. And that's not your only one this year so far. We're not even halfway through the year, and there's been 2. It's been 2. Why do you have a little bit of money sitting on the side? More than most people on the show. But you have late fees. Not everyone on this show has late fees. Why aren't you paying your damn bills if you have the money? You have a kid.
Because, man,
What?
See, the thing is, I want to have some kind of like money to the side if something happens.
Yes. Why are you not paying your basic bills 6 out of 10?
Because I want to make sure that I still have some money.
But you're not paying your required bills. Like, that comes first. Like, you make the bill payment and then you have the leftover money. You're skipping step 1. Pay your bills.
But I'm gonna get to it.
You're not. You've had 2 this year. That little smirk. What the f is that?
Sorry. I guess, Well, because I'm just like, at least I have the money, and then once I will, at some point pay it. I just need to figure out how am I going to pay it.
What do you mean you have the money?
Yeah, but then like, what am I going to have if something happens to me?
Buddy, this is literally making a $45 payment. If you have a few $1,000s set aside, you could have made a $45 payment.
But I need to make sure.
What the? How are you not receptive to that? How is that not like making it? How do you have to be so? Humans, including all of us, including me, defensive. But how? That is like the most basic thing I think anyone could ever say. If you have a few $1,000s, you can make a $45 payment. How is that? How does that not make sense to you?
Because it's just like, then I'm not going to have it.
What, $45?
Yeah.
That's what's going to make or break when you lose a job? $45? You surviving is $45?
You can make a week groceries out of $45.
I get it. Okay. Are you like really hard-headed? Just naturally. Your fiance. Do you guys ever talk about that? Your parents?
Well, my parents for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're very. You're being quite hard-headed with this part of the conversation. Well, like how I don't know how you just haven't been receptive to that. That scares me.
It's just like, I guess it's hard for me to. It's just hard for me to see the benefit.
It's a responsibility.
Versus having money.
You're a parent now.
In my pocket.
You're a parent now.
And I guess from my perspective as a parent,
you want to see a benefit? I'll show you a benefit. You wouldn't have these fees there. You're losing money. That's a benefit. Not dealing with the consequences. That's insane. What is this? What even is this? What is this? Like
that's my Affirm.
Affirm.
I like Affirm though.
Great. Yeah, they love you. Are these all 0%?
No.
Then why do you like it?
Because.
Why do you like it?
Okay. See? And then you were talking about how much I was spending time talking about some TV and Home Story, but now you go. There you go. Now you get the context.
Oh, you had to go get a TV. You can't live without a TV.
How am I going to watch UFC?
Phone. You have one of those?
I do, but I like to have the boys over.
Okay.
When we watch it, what are we all just going to cuddle up with each other and watch it on my phone?
Sure, be a little gay.
They probably like that too.
Yeah, and go to their place. Your place is the one with the screaming child. I'd rather go to someone else's place.
Hey, my kid's chill. She's cool peoples. Mm-hmm. Don't bother nobody.
Okay, but still, come on. That's not a good... Oh, your little smiles. You have a great smile. I hate it. Because it comes out in the wrong times.
My fiance says I have a eating grin. You ever heard that saying? You have a eating grin?
It's a great thing to hear from the fiance. Sure.
All right, back to the TV. Back to the...
What, you don't like getting called out for your energy? Oh. Your way of taking on life? I think it might be an important part of your story.
It's a pretty chill way about living life.
Yeah, but that might not always be the best thing.
Well,
I know everyone comes into this conversation and they have an idea in their head where the conversation is going to go, but I always see different things than they expect me to see. That's how it always goes, and then people are taken off guard. It's like, I don't know, you have an energy about a way you're presenting the world. It's just like, I don't know.
It's just so many things that happened throughout this past year that kind of just led me to being like, throw it on the credit card, or I can't pay this bill because I need to make sure that I pay for this.
Do you have a kid now, though?
And that's exactly why I have money in my savings.
No, which I get that. I get that part. That doesn't mean we don't pay our bills and start having, people coming after the bills.
It's just like, how do I? It's just like,
I have the money. Maybe we need to get through it, have a full financial picture so I can like literally show you. I might have to show you. So Walmart, is that the TV?
Yeah.
Okay. How much is left on that?
That one I'd say like
actually,
like $400.
Yeah, the total firm balance is $1,371.19. NCS Pearson, what is that?
That one I'm pretty proud of because this is a good thing. It's an investment in myself. Getting since I do IT consulting, I wanted to get myself a certification that I've been actively studying for.
That's great. No, I'm good about it. But you financed it though with interest. I don't know what these interests are.
It's that the test is like $400 or $500, and I just don't have $400 or $500 to spend.
I could have gifted you an IT certification through Course Careers. They're my boys. I love them. They're great, and I'll still gift you one. But I guess you've already purchased this as well, so.
Yeah, maybe I'll take another.
You can take another. I mean,
helps the IT consulting business.
Well, I mean, it's always good for just boosting resumes and income, so that's good. But okay, the financing. I'm not against the education or things like that. I'm against the way you went about it. Because again, it's not like you didn't have money either.
I mean,
you're really a finance everything and make those minimum monthly payments stack up kind of guy. So let me calculate these minimum monthly payments.
I feel a little called out right there because now I think about it, it's kind of.
Well, what the think this show is? Then Universal.
My fiance kept complaining about how she had nothing to do.
And maybe she should get a fucking job. Sorry, that was no.
Listen. Okay. Well, it was something for her to go do with the baby, so they could go. She could go.
Baby, what is the baby gonna do at Universal?
Ooh, look at the little creatures, little thingies.
They won't remember it. It's under 3.
There's pictures.
Pictures are nice. Pictures are nice, and you can't even smell them in the pictures. So,
like, I'll be honest. Maybe I didn't have to get all 3. Like I didn't have to get myself one because I'll be honest, I never go. I'm always working.
Well, I actually think just from the overview of your situation that I kind of have, I honestly think you could do a decent amount of this stuff if you literally just paid for it. It's again, you're paying interest on these. What are the interest rates?
I'd say like honestly, all of them are like in the 25 to 30 range.
See, that's stupid. That's stupid. Why doesn't she work, by the way? Is it to take care of the kid?
Yeah.
Then that's great. That's great. And if the house can afford it, it makes sense. So, okay. That's okay. Cool. So, yeah. Sorry about that.
I hope we can afford it. I guess we'll figure that out.
If you need to have a money talk and you don't have a kid that you'll bring here and make my place sticky and stinky, which you didn't. Thank you. It's back in Orlando.
Kept it back there.
Thank goodness. Feel free to apply. CalebHammer.com/apply. Okay. So minimum monthly payment is like $127, something like that. It was a little hard to tell. Well, here's more firm.
Oh yeah, that just kind of goes into like the percentages.
Oh, are these the same ones?
Yeah, those are just showing the like how much.
But you don't know your interest rates, man. Whatever this one was, I don't know which one this one was, but it's at 36%. 36%. When you again have a little bit of savings, you're not winning anything. In high yield, the savings account that you're in is at like 4.4%, I think. Buddy, this is at 36%. Which is a bigger number.
It is a bigger number.
So how does it make sense? And again, you're right. Let's have some money set aside. But if you're doing a $500 thing as an investment to create a better income, how does 36% interest on that make sense?
Because a network engineer can make $85,000. You know?
I know. No. I just said that part was good. How does it being on 36% make sense when the cash is there?
I guess in the moment, the way I see it is just like I'd rather have the cash on me, knowing it's there.
Here we go again. Okay, well, yeah, we got that. I get that. Hopefully, we can show you in the end that what you're doing either makes sense or doesn't make sense. One of the other things you financed, again, I don't know which one this is, but it's one of the 3 farms. This one's at 30%. Imagine getting a TV at 30%. It's insanity.
It's not even that good.
Yeah, how much was it?
I think It was the sucky part is
how
that
much was it?
It's like a $400 TV that I'm paying $600 for.
Bought it. Oh, well, even so, you could have just bought it. Guys, I'm super excited to share what feels like a total life hack that is all about putting money back into your pocket. Meet the Upside app. It's not about collecting points or some weird reward system. This is about earning real cash for buying your everyday essentials like gas and groceries. You guys know I love being able to finesse and save a little extra money wherever I can. So I make sure I use the Upside app when I go to fill up my gas tank or go and grab a bite to eat. And once I get my cash back, I am able to send the money directly to my bank account. In fact, some of the top earners on Upside are racking up to $300 extra each month. That's not just pocket change. That's some serious real cash that could help you get rid of some debt or knock a chunk off your monthly rent. And the best part, you earn this money just by purchasing the things you were already going to. You could literally cover your Spotify or Netflix subscription just by continuing to do what you do every day. So if you're not using Upside, you're basically saying no to free money. And we don't like that, do we? So what do you need to do? Simply download the free Upside app and use my promo code HAMMER to get an extra 25 cents back per gallon on your first tank. Just use the app as you normally shop at over 100,000 locations nationwide and bam! The cashback rolls in. Check out the link in the description below or scan the QR code on screen and use the code HAMMER to start saving. Then this other one's at 36% again. I don't know if it's the universal. You are the buying. We just did a story on our new show, Your Week in Money, about the prevalence of buy now, pay later. It's not a firm, but one of the other ones just got like record profits and their stock is soaring and they're about to do an IPO and their stock's going to soar. It's because of people like you. You're just buy now, pay latering everything. And they're getting a literal 36% return on every single one of their investments with you. That's crazy. You're making that money. You're their perfect product. It's incredible. You exist right now to give a firm 36%. That is not a life to live. Yeah. It is so bad. Especially since we're talking about the interest that's accruing on that could be going towards a college fund for your kid. Could be going to paying for potential daycare eventually, saving up to do like after school care if both, parents want to work at some point.
And I do want to do that. I just don't know how I go about making that happen.
I'll tell you not how to. Not by losing 36% on all of your purchases. Like you're extending the price of your purchases by 36%. If you want to think about it that way. Okay.
Oh god.
Amazon Chase car. Bad one?
Yes. Yeah, that one I think is like one of my worst ones. And like
how did we get in this place in the first place? So the balance is at $5,145. How did you get there? Because that's a lot of money.
It was originally just using it for groceries. Like I go to Whole Foods and then I get my groceries and then I pay it all right back as soon as I did that. And then something had happened in which my fiance had to go take care of her grandparent. So she was there with her for like a couple of months.
Okay.
And so I had to pay for my groceries and then groceries for my fiance for her to, and then I on the weekends I'd drive out and like I told you in that Jeep, it's crazy gas, dude. So
you couldn't budget this in. Have you ever done a budget?
Like not really. Like I do a fake one in my head, but
that doesn't work. Okay, go through our budgeting class. Every guest gets them for free. Go through our new investing class as well, because you get $100, a free $100 for going through it.
Sweet.
Thanks to Mumu. So we're gonna give that to you. But you need to learn how to budget, man. I can't believe you've never budgeted.
I get scared even with the investing stuff, man. Like one time I got some advice to invest in Alibaba. So I had invested like $3,000 into that. And then
not going to get that advice from ours.
And then at that point,
who advised you that?
It was like a buddy of mine. He does like day trading.
Yeah. Listen to the buddy, especially the day trading buddy. They always know.
Yeah. I ended up with it went from like $3,000 to just having $300. So yeah, I haven't really touched investing since then.
Do you not have a retirement account?
No, I don't.
Buddy, this is your best decade of compound growth. That money in there just continues to grow. Hopefully, if invested correctly, doubling every 7 to 10 years. That's the time. the time you're losing. And that is so that you can be set up for success. So that your 9-month-old, who will eventually be like 35 when you're trying to retire or whatever, they don't have to forcefully take away from their life and goals to take care of their parents who were never responsible enough to take care of themselves. It's time now. You went from the young adult get the life to 9 months ago. You're forced to now actually make sacrifices on behalf of other people. And that's really not an option at that point. The kid didn't choose to be brought into this world.
And you're right. It's just different, you know. I don't know where or how to start, so I kind of just ignore it, and then I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna, you know, if I could pay the bills, make sure we have a roof over.
You're not paying the bills. You're not paying the bills. You had a missed payment. Let's see. Oh, good, a missed payment on here too.
Yeah.
So paying the bills. You're not paying the bills. You're not being a responsible adult. You're not being a man.
Well, I paid it a week later.
You're paying them late. And then you're paying extra fees on top of them. How long was your fiance there with the grandparents?
I'd say about like 6 months.
So $5,000 worth of groceries in 6 months?
Well, then that's not including gas.
$5,000 worth of groceries and gas in 6 months?
And the cat. Well, there's this thing.
Cat?
No, the cash. Because you could get cash advances. And then
what are you using the cash advances for? Never cash advance.
Well, I didn't realize how horrid the cash advance interest was.
Why? How?
Because I kind of was just like, oh, I could just pull the money out.
You didn't think, okay.
And so I was just, you know, buying.
No fucking way. That's a new one. You get a special little reward for that stupidity. You got your cash advancing at like 30% interest rate to buy.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, but you did.
I did. That's quite some.
Insane. How much do you spend on?
I'd say it could range anywhere from like I'd say like it could range from like $200 to like $300.
So to be now.
Yes.
So to be clear, your big fear that you've been telling me since the beginning is that you might not have enough money for you and your family if you get laid off. But you're literally willing to spend $500 a month smoking destroying your lungs. That's obnoxious. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. You'd rather spend $5,000 giving yourself lung cancer instead of making your payments on time. That's the most immature 15-year-old dumb thing I've ever heard in my life. That is so stupid, irresponsible, and childish. Borderline disgusting.
You see, it's
as a parent and as a partner, that is your entire reasoning for never getting things in cash and financing them at 36% is because you needed money to survive on the side, but you're willing to spend $500 on your own lung-destroying smoke. Gross. And I have nothing against whatever vice someone wants to do. We all have our own vices. But that was your reasoning for missing payments. That was your reasoning for getting 36% interest. It's because you were too afraid of not having enough money on the side. And now we know $500 a month literally goes to child.
I'd say more 300.
You said 3 to 5. Either way, $5 is too much if you can't make a minimum card payment of $40.
That's an eighth. But no, you're right.
Okay, I thought you were trying to piss me off.
No,
Trying to be
a little bit.
Why? That's stupid. Tell me right now. Why are you here? Give me like an actual reason why you're here.
Because I want to plan. Because you keep telling me to like do all this to pay my bills, but I'm just like, all right, how do I pay them?
Have you ever seen this show?
Yes, I've seen
because you apply through being a part of the audience,
yes,
right?
Yes, I've seen the show plenty of
Cool.
times.
So we go through the documents first to get a full understanding of your situation. You sitting there being a smart ass and help anything, and then we get a budget at the end. Then we send you on your way. We do a checkup in multiple months. We answer any questions you email in. We put you through our budgeting program, our investing program. We help as much as we can, and you get the help. You get the help that we try, and you're being a smart ass sitting there when I brought up probably one of the most egregious, stupid things you do with your money. Stupid. What the dumb, irresponsible, not a parent, not a partnership type of thing do. And you sit there and, oh, it's an eighth. Like a child. That pisses me off. That's dumb. So shut the up. I'm going to go through this. That's stupid. You can't even shut for a second. I know I'm being a dick. People are probably not going to like it, but they don't know what it's like to sit in this. Have a smart like that. That's stupid. Off.
Have you ever had to deal with people like you have to deal with in IT?
You asking if I ever have to deal with people? Have you ever seen this show? Buddy, I have people like you on. So yeah, I deal with people.
And you might do some good with some.
It makes me very anxious. Gives me panic attacks.
See? Well, then you probably went with a sativa. Should have went for the indica or indica leading hybrid.
Shut the up for a second. I'm gonna go through this card. Shut the up for a second. Just shut the up. Your minimum monthly payment normally. What's your? I don't even see a on here. Oh, the credit limit. The credit limit is $5,145, and that's you're above the credit limit. $40 of fees, $116 of interest, $118. Sorry. Oh, and purchases, $15 of purchases. Minimum monthly payment is probably $150, but you
purchases.
Stupid. Yeah, purchases.
I didn't even realize I bought anything.
Great,
on
probably
that
subscriptions.
Card.
Amazon Prime something.
Oh, okay.
You ordered something. Noah, you better have something good in the post show because I'm about to break this table in half.
We played Fruit Ninja.
Oh, we're playing Fruit Ninja with a sword. Good, I need to slash something with a sword right now. So, thank goodness. Can he be the fruit? No.
We murder him. We murder the guest first time. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, and this isn't even your first time having a late fee this year so far on here. Of course not. Of course not. You've had maybe three. Maybe. This is what a silly, obnoxious, getting stupid card. Oh. You're obviously not a credit card person. Just like anyone on the show, you should use the Fizz card. It's the only thing that makes sense for you. You're forced to pay it off and it still builds credit. That's just...
I mean, the minimum monthly on that one I think I just paid it before I got here, is $375.
Yeah, that's because you had missed payments. Those are extra added on top of that. It's probably like $150 normally.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. You see the consequences of not being responsible? You see them yet? You have to pay a bigger fee. Bigger minimum monthly payment. Oh, what is this? Florida Career College? Is that where you went?
Yeah. I mean, hey, it got me 5 years of
No, I'm
career.
okay with that. I don't know the college. What I don't like is 2,373. They're giving a third attempt notice trying to get. You still owe them money. Did you get the degree?
Well, they never gave it to me.
Because you haven't paid.
Well, because see, when they called, they originally said when you finish the cert or whatever, they're gonna go ahead and give it to you, the diploma or whatever at the graduation.
If you pay.
No. They said you get it at the graduation, right? And then after you start going about your payments and stuff, right? But I ended up not going to the graduation because I was just like, I don't want to do it. I don't care about any of that. I just want my thing.
Same.
And then they're like, okay, well, you just got to start doing your payments. But I'm like, well, how am I going to go get a job if I can't show them that I completed the damn course?
Just put it on your... Do you think people actually are like... physically come in and bring in your certification? Put it on your resume,
At the time, I thought they would check because I was about to get a job with Dell and I wanted to prove it to them that like I did something. And then they're like, oh, well, we're not going to give it to you unless you start paying. And I'm like, I'm not going to start paying until you start giving it to me. And then they're like, well, we're going to your credit. And I said, away.
Yeah, that's what a responsible adult partner and parent would say.
I was like 20 or 21. I wasn't even a parent at the time. So... at the time, it felt like a very reasonable response.
Reasonable?
I mean,
consider that reasonable?
Yeah, just give me the product.
But
and
it was
I pay
probably
for
in
the
their
product.
terms and conditions. You smoke so much on a monthly basis, I doubt you're able to comprehend what was going on.
But my other friends that literally took the course with me got their diploma because they went to the graduation. But just because I didn't go, I have to now pay.
Okay, I get that, and maybe that's just how it works. Literally, you probably just had to make a minimum monthly payment just like one and they would have sent it or something. But you weren't willing to do that. You weren't willing to just grow up.
Because they were wanting the whole.
Oh my gosh, it's not a man type of situation, buddy. It's just do it. You paid for their services. They provided the services. Well, you said you'd pay for the services.
Mm-hmm.
And then you didn't. And they're not delivering the final thing. I'm not surprised. I wouldn't give it to you either if you didn't pay me for the thing you were supposed to pay me for.
And
to be clear.
And at the time, and see, the thing is, like, now I know
and
that I have to pay it.
Here's another excuse. And all this,
because
yeah, you know you have to
told
pay
me
it, so
that
you
they were
have
going to
it.
pay for it. So that's why I did it.
Who?
My parents were like,
oh, another
go
parent thing?
Go to school, and we'll pay for it.
Why
And so
didn't
I
they?
went to school. Honestly, they just kind of like, they said, you work now. You make money. You pay for it. So I was just like, so I kind of just got stuck with the bill when the whole time I was just sitting there expecting, okay, it's just going to be taken care of.
Okay, and it sucks he didn't. Whatever. We're just going to take your full word on that because, no one else is here to... What if we called them right now? Would they agree?
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it'd be in Spanish, so I don't know how good that would be.
I have someone here who can speak Spanish.
Oh, you can. You know what? If you want to, we can. We can call. If she answers, because she can tell you that. She said
That
she was gonna
promised she would do it.
She said she was gonna promise to do it, and that she's like, go ahead, put my card on it. We'll go ahead and get the auto
Wait, they put their
payments
card
up.
on it?
They said that they were gonna put their card on it, and then nothing kind of came up after it until as of recently that I started getting said like, hey, you got to pay for this, and I didn't even know that it wasn't getting paid for.
We have a hero here, a hero that works here. He goes by the name of Puerto Rican Dump Truck because he's a Puerto Rican with a massive. That's for the vlog people back out in the vlog days. We're gonna bring him in and we can call her up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. She said, she told me that she was gonna pay for it and take care of it, but
I used to have what seemed like a massive before I got fat. I'm just buying time. We'll know it goes.
You look a lot smaller in person.
That's what everyone says. So, and then I'm like, I look like on camera to people. But let me tell you, when I was fit and my was just as big. Delicious. Lumptious. Oh, hello, Meek. Oh, if it's not the sword from the post show.
Happening.
Oh, so you speak Spanish?
Yes.
Hola.
Hello.
Relation, sorry. Did you not want me to get him? I thought it would be
No, I wanted to, absolutely. So we need to call his mom who only speaks Spanish and confirm.
So Noah told me to bring the sword. What is this for? Just intimidation?
Post show.
That's foreshadowing to the
Oh,
post show.
okay, cool.
We're gonna use the Fruit Ninja.
But we need to confirm you need to hey, I'm from this show. Can you confirm that you promised to pay for your son's certification at college? Certification.
Put me on the spot, but I can try.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
All right.
I don't have my phone on me, but I think I'll get it.
Go get it.
Mic me up with this one.
Oh, no. It's
I
okay.
could translate
This
though.
is-
I feel like that might be easier.
Oh,
But
big
I don't
buds.
know if...
Hello, everyone say hi to Mika. He's been in the post show. He's been in the vlogs. He also edits Your Weekend Money.
Which is taking away time for, but it's okay.
Yeah, I'm taking. Sorry,
It's
buds.
okay.
Sí, y me estaban preguntando porque ¿recuerdas cuando yo fui a escuela a Florida Career College?
4K, I know that word.
Y recuerdas que tú me dijiste que me lo ibas a pagar la escuela, pero luego me quedo yo pagándola. Ok, pues te quería, porque ellos no me creen cuando yo lo digo que tú me dijiste que me lo ibas a pagar. ¿Y es correcto o no correcto?
I know Hagar.
Y tú dijiste que me lo ibas a pagar.
Can you speak?
Yeah,
Ok.
she's saying yeah. She's
Mhm.
agreeing that she was gonna pay.
Ask her why she hasn't.
Y te quería ahorita como $8,000.
Wow.
$8,000.
Pues yo voy a tratar de pagarlo entonces.
She said that she's not gonna pay it then anyways.
Okay.
Why?
¿Y cómo yo pude hacer para hacer directamente el pago?
Bueno, si lo quisieras pagar, lo puedes pagar con con cómo se llama, I don't know, con la,
Bueno,
no sé.
yo voy
He's
a
asking how
buscar
he- or she
un
was asking
papel
how
y
she's
en ese
supposed to pay
papel
it.
está la información.
Okay, ¿te lo mando?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Ask her why she agreed to pay for it, but she's not paying for it.
Me la
Okay.
manda a mi
Te-
email.
okay, y te quería, ellos me están preguntando, y que no te enojes, es para la show, y pues claro van a ser así, pero me dijeron, ¿por qué dijiste que lo ibas a pagar pero no lo has pagado todavía? Esa es la
Porque
cuestión.
yo tengo un mortgage en mi casa, dice, y no he podido.
Okay, bueno, he said, because I have a mortgage, so I haven't had time to get to it.
So she lied.
Well,
Pero sí, que me lo manden por email la información.
Mexican
para yo
mom, man, you
pagarte.
trying to get me killed?
Okay, no, we don't have to do that. But it sounds like I would. One more question: why did she take the TV?
Okay, y también es que lo dijo la historia de la tele, y te quería decir, ¿por qué llevaste la tele? Ellos quieren saber.
¿Cuál tele?
¿Recuerdas que eso un día que llegaste a la casa y llevaste la tele contigo? ¿Te recuerdas?
Sí, pero la tele era mía.
She's saying it's hers.
It was hers. Okay.
She's like, duh, it's mine.
Televisor.
Thank you, Madre.
Sí. Ok, bueno, esa
Era
nada
un
más,
televisor,
esa era
¿no?
la única cuestiones que tuvieron.
Thanks,
Okay.
Mink.
Okay.
See you later.
See?
All right. Well, since you might get murdered by
Yeah, I didn't want to push too hard.
Madre, take the katana that we will be using in the post show to slash through fruits. And you can protect yourself that way. Interesting. I couldn't understand any of it, but Mika told me that. Oh, it's really interesting. One reason why I wanted, he said not to ask her, but one reason I was like, I kind of wanted to ask her. So, like, it's what I would ask you. Like, oh, so you're a liar. Like, that's interesting. She did promise to pay for it. And she's like, well, how am I supposed to pay for it with my mortgage? I don't know. I would feel bad if my kid went and signed up for all this money and I promised I would pay for it. And then now it's on the kids because I let down my promise.
I hate doing IT. I don't even like it.
Well, good thing you're getting certifications in it.
It pays my bills.
Okay. But that's a different conversation. But I actually empathize a little more now. I mean, you've been a little bit of a
A little cheeky.
okay, yeah, but the TV, yeah, it's theirs. Take it. I don't. They can take it. I don't give it. But yeah, no. If someone promises to do something, I don't like anyone who breaks their promises, regardless. So yeah, it sucks. Sucks. When you realize you had to pay for it though to get it, it's still the responsible thing as an adult. Where it's like, it happens. The world is hard. Bad things happen all the time.
Yeah.
You should have paid it. Just so you could, if you knew that's what you had to do in order for you to get the thing you needed to get the job, it was worth it.
Yeah. I was just like, I was just kind of hoping Papa Biden would, those charges. But I
Well,
guess
they
it
don't look
doesn't
like
work
student
that.
loans though.
Yeah, it's like
So
one
that
of them.
wouldn't have
This
been
one would be a
forgiven.
private one.
Yeah, exactly. So it wouldn't have been forgiven. So
Wait,
Papa
what?
B wouldn't have done anything.
Wait, private?
They were for federal student loans.
Well, I had some.
This is owed to the college. This isn't
Yeah.
even a debt in terms of student loan debt. This is
Well,
Biden
I-
wouldn't have done anything.
I have
to
one
this.
of those too, though.
Oh, okay. Well, let's keep going then. What is this? What'd you finance for $939.99?
Oh, that was my phone.
Okay, well it's a 0%, so that makes sense.
And then
We'll incorporate that into your phone bill typically instead of writing that down as a separate debt. Okay, here's the Mohila. Yeah, so this would have been forgiven, but it also wouldn't have been because it got struck down by the Supreme Court. So it doesn't matter regardless. Okay, so student loans. So you own your motorcycle right out,
yeah, I own my motorcycle.
and that's your only vehicle?
I have a 2005 PT Cruiser I got for my fiance.
Okay, so we can carry the kid around. I was gonna say, how do you do that on a motorcycle? $5,496.92 on the student loans. Thanks for letting us call your mom, by the way.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little scared. I was like,
I know, that's why you have this. It's your safety katana. So, minimum monthly payments? Are you making?
not right now. I'm not.
Are you on a payment plan that says you don't have to, or are you just not paying?
I'm just not paying at this moment. I just found out recently. I got the email like within this month that says, "Hey, you should be paying it." And then all this time I've been sitting here thinking that it's been getting paid for.
Paid for? How?
Well, because like I said, like I had sat here thinking my mom has been paying for my student loans. I never
The
looked at
student
it.
loans, not even the certificate.
And so that's why I was just like, oh.
What led you to believe that she was paying for it? Because she said a long time ago that she would?
Well, yeah. And I just never got
And you
any
gave it to her? Saying, here, okay, here it is. Here's what you agreed. You gave it to her?
Yeah, like I set up the app on her phone and everything, and she said, yeah, I'm going to put my card on there.
I do believe you. I do believe you. After that conversation, I do. Okay. Well, luckily, there is a little bit of a grace period. Interest is accruing. Might be fees, but it's not negatively affecting your credit right now until this fall, and they're not going to garnish your wages until this fall. Okay. But if you don't start making your payments on there, they will start garnishing your wages this fall.
Even if I'm a contract worker?
Oh, yeah. Well, why would that matter?
I don't know. I was just like, how would they know I got my money?
Well, you got to report it, unless you want the IRS to come get you.
I report all of it.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Yes.
And they would want you. Okay, come on.
I'm sorry. It's just, I do. I am.
Yeah, but do you?
I do.
Oh. Why are you on here again?
Because I don't know what to do with all this stuff, and I don't know how to. And then I think about the show, because I have seen the show, man, and I do think about I'm like holy crap, man. I don't want my daughter to not be able to do cool stuff because I keep living paycheck to paycheck or me being stressed out.
Says you keep adding minimum monthly payments to your life through terrible financing. Okay. Well, we're almost through your statements. $363 in checking account is a terrifying thing. Disney Plus, for the kid, kind of. Amazon.
Bluey.
Amazon. Going to the store, getting some bull. The fucking sweet treat of some kind. Going to the store, getting some bull. Oh, it was a NASCAR event, that one. Great. Some in-app purchase on your phone. Going to a gas station, getting some bullshit. A vending machine. A clothing company, $63. AYR. Gator vending. Going to a gas station, getting some bullshit.
You're probably going to want to know this, but the AYR place is the dispensary. The AYR is the dispensary.
Oh. Hulu. I'm not putting that in your budget, buddy. It's just going to the store, getting some bull. Hulu, Spotify. You can listen to ads when you're trying to get out of debt. It won't kill you. Amazon, Wendy's.
Man, I've
McDonald's.
had my Spotify since I was like 15, though.
Oh no! What? Like you get like a reward for that?
No.
Who gives a? It's not an old sentimental car.
It's just hard to let it go.
No, you're not letting it go. You just listen to some ads after every few songs, like an ad, like a 30-second ad after like 4 songs.
Yeah.
It's such a minor sacrifice. Going to a gas station, getting some bull. There's the dispensary again. Canva. Overdraft. We had a overdraft. You have a kid. You're missing 2 payments on credit cards. We have an overdraft. We're getting things at 36% interest. And we haven't paid our student loans. And we still owe back money to a college. This is a mess. This is a mess. You're acting... Your finances are the finances of what a 10-year-old would have if they could have access to debt. And checking accounts and jobs.
See, the overdraft I already knew was going to come.
Then why the did you allow it?
Because
instead of moving money over,
because I make sure that I save at least $1,300 to $1,500.
No. You can go yourself real quick because you know why, buddy? We saw Wendy's like 5 times in there, the dispensary, all that. You were having this fun going into gas stations and getting some bullshit. You were having all this bullshit spending, and you knew you were going to overdraft. That means you are not sacrificing. You're not willing to take any hit of your own fun for the sake of your own finances. Like, it just, what hope is there in that case?
Well, I was kind of hoping you might be able to help me budget it in.
Okay, no. You just said you've seen the show. Just stop being a little chicken. Just take it seriously for a second, you little.
I am taking it seriously. It's just like
have you ever seen me budget in Wendy's when someone's getting out of debt and not making their bills?
Okay, no, not the Wendy's. But okay.
Overdraft. Some fee and then another fee. Your business account, $310.
Okay. I don't feel too bad about that one.
Vending machine, Amazon, DoorDash, more Disney Mobile, $80. Something high-end florist and some flowers
It was my fiance's birthday.
from a business expense.
Well, wait, can you not do that?
What? How's your business formed? Is it an LLC?
Yeah.
What are you? So the LLC is more used as a pass-through in general, but this starts messing it up. It starts getting messy at the end of the year when you are trying to do your taxes or a quarter-by-quarter basis. You're trying to figure out what you're able to deduct, what you're able to write off, what was business, what was expenses, all that. This is not a business expense. So it just starts getting confusing and harder. Yeah, and then he went to a natural attraction, some Esperon Lagoon, and going to a gas station, getting some bullshit and Chili's. Huh?
It was my boy's birthday.
Oh, another business expense. Good.
And then Chili's, they give you 2 beers off the rip every time, and you gotta love it.
Yeah, and we know you love your substances, and that's also a business expense, right? Great.
Let's talk a business.
Brooklyn Water, the bagel place, and then you DoorDashed again. So
Okay.
your
and Brooklyn
spending's
Water
all
is-
it's all stupid, buddy. All the spending's so stupid. Then you have $5,000.
It's like close to 6 now, though.
But I'm confused. You said about a third of it's meant for taxes, but by the end of the year,
Because
which
I've
we're
already
almost-
paid 2 quarterlies so far.
Oh, okay.
And then after each of my quarterlies are like $750, and then after I go ahead and just I pay from what my finance people told me is that I'm gonna end up paying after my quarterlies about $9,000, and so I have it estimated that if I keep saving
Hold
the
on,
way
but
I
if
have
we only
been-
got to like $5,000 halfway through the year, that means you'll be like $10,000 by the second half of the year, meaning that $9,000 would only give you your remaining $1,000 for your emergency fund. That doesn't make any sense.
no, I should have more because I'm saving about $1,700 every month
With where you
because I'm making sure that I'm taking
no,
away
but
some-
with first of all. No, yeah, okay. So but then after quarterlies though, some of it goes away.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we're halfway through the year, buddy. We're almost halfway through the year. You got $6,000. So that gets you on track of having $6,000 per half a year, giving you $12,000 by the end of the year after the quarterlies. And if you have to pay an additional $9,000, it gives you $3,000 for an emergency fund. Does that not make sense? That's how your math is lining up. I can only go off the numbers that are given in front of me. Plus, you're actually saving up for this quarter's of taxes anyway, so it's going to be taken off. I think you save about a quarter after the tax is paid, only to go towards the $9,000, about $3,000 now, $2,500 to $3,000 a quarter on the high end of extra. So I don't think you have the money left. You said a third of it was for taxes. That can't be true. Mathematically, that can't. That can't be true.
Because see, I did originally
Into
have
the
like
mic.
I did originally have like $7,000 something, but like I've already gone through 2 quarterlies.
Exactly.
So,
So
far.
I'm saying after quarterlies. I'm looking at the trend after quarterlies and where you are. So you're not taking that in
Oh,
account.
I have actually. With the amount of money that I'm saving, I'm estimated to have about $14K. Because if I'm saving $1,700 a month,
Okay, let's say you have $14K. That means by the end of the year, your emergency fund would be $5,000.
and that would be great. That's kind of like what I'd love to have.
Okay, but you said a third of this was for taxes, and that doesn't line up. And I'm being generous with you saying you get to 14 because on track right now, you could be on track potentially, maybe, I don't know, because you still have the quarterlies for this last quarter to be taken out, and you're not
Already
taking
did.
them. No, for the quarter we're in now.
Yeah, I did. I paid it.
What month are we in?
It would
We're
be
about to be in
paid.
June.
Yeah.
You've paid Q.
Yeah, paid Q2 already.
Okay, so yeah, 13, 14 could be possible, but it's certainly not a third.
And that's kind of why I've been ignoring it the whole time because I was just
Also,
like,
what
let
is
me.
this high yield savings account? If there's a $2.50 fee,
There is. No. That wasn't a fee. That was when I was paying the treasury. That like when you pay taxes, it like charged me $2 for that. But I don't think they charge any fees for having the money in there.
okay, I hope not, because that would just essentially void the purpose of having that interest in there.
Yeah, and the Goo Lagoon, I just didn't want to take it from my.
It's so weird that you are not making payments. You have put You're just. This is one of the weirder financial situations I've seen. It's really weird. Let's get you a budget. Because you need to be. I don't know. You need to be so much more intentional and smart with your money. Okay. Income. What comes in after taxes on a monthly basis normally? Okay. So what we had, payroll, $5,000, but you set 30% aside for taxes. Is what you should.
Yeah. Like I say, like I get each paycheck comes out to be about like I typically try and get them to come out to 2,600.
Okay, so $5,000
every 2 weeks.
$5,000, 70% of it.
So let's say like
3,500 is your actual usable income on a monthly basis. Just based on the numbers we have in front of us.
Cause like
if you're setting the right amount aside for taxes to be safe, it might be a little overdone, but
I think I'm putting away like 18 to 20%.
okay. Well, the income you had come in before taxes was just under 5,000. So I'm saying you set 30% aside of that, leaving you 70%, which is 3,500. Okay.
It just looks like a lot less than I feel like I have.
Maybe you're not putting enough aside. Maybe you don't know. I don't know. Maybe you can set 25% aside. But
yeah.
Well, you've also never budgeted.
That is true. I am what they call mentally
Okay, what's your
and financially on that part.
And what's your rent?
My rent is $1,470 for a 2-bedroom, 1 bath.
Utilities?
I don't pay utilities because
It's baked in.
My fiance's cousin sleeps on our couch, so he pays utilities.
Internet? So him too?
For the internet I do pay. I pay about $70.
Whoa. Kind of expensive.
Yeah, this is like, I do IT and stuff, and so got to make sure I have a good connection.
Google Fiber gigabit is like $35.
I don't have fiber in my place, so I'm kind of just like screwed with what I have.
Renter's insurance?
Renter's insurance, I don't have that. That
Well,
just
you
gets
should.
charged into my
What's your
rent.
total phone bill?
It is $125.
When you pay that phone off, switch to helium. It makes so much more sense. Same towers, $20 a month. There's no reason not to. Gas, vroom vroom, drive. For your wife's car and your car.
I'd say like $60. I only really need like $7 or $8 for my motorcycle, and then it's a PT Cruiser, man. So it's like you
Car
get
insurances.
car insurances. For both the motorcycle and the car, I'm spending like $230 for both of them.
Okay. It's not thrilling. TP fund, anything else you need is 5 because of baby. I'm gonna go more 175. Actually, because of wife, she doesn't make 200. Okay.
Yeah.
Food necessities. Is she mostly drinking these days?
No, she's on formula, but she's on the track to get off of it soon.
Okay.
So she's drinking a lot less.
Okay. Groceries. I think we could do 600. Again, when you go through the program and you really build your own budget, you're really gonna get it more official. But I think we could do 600 there. Anything medical,
Like I have
healthcare.
well,
Does the
no.
kid
Right
go
now
to-
we're on government insurance, so like they're paying for it. I think.
And there's nothing that you have to.
No.
You know
as far
that's
as
gonna
I
go
know.
against your taxes as well.
I did for realsies. Why did they offer it for free then?
Well, it kind of offsets it.
Huh.
You're talking about the affordable healthcare exchanges.
I think so. I was paying for private insurance before, but it was just too expensive to.
Well, you are right now. It's subsidized through the government.
Oh,
Unless, are you saying you're on Medicare, Medicaid?
yeah, I think so. Because it says like 0 monthly payment. I just have.
Well, that's okay.
Okay.
Who's your healthcare provider?
I don't know. My fiance knows that kind of stuff.
Okay, well that's not helpful. Gym?
Yeah, I go to LA Fitness.
How much?
$55, and then jiu-jitsu gym for $125.
Do you have to do that one?
Yeah, dude, I love it. I love to do that stuff.
Okay, let's see if it fits in the budget, because I love isn't necessarily something that needs to be in a budget. I'm gonna allow Disney Plus for the kid. What is that, like $20?
I got the triple bundle thing, so like I'm paying basically like $25 for 3 services.
Yeah, that's what I thought I saw. Okay, 25. Do I allow that? I'd allow the Disney Plus for the kid. Isn't the ad version like $8? We're gonna do that. Kid won't even know it's watching commercials.
You really want to stop my kid's bluey time though? I'm just kidding.
$8. Let's say. Okay. Anything else you need to survive? What about copays for medical stuff?
So far I haven't seen any copays.
Would you even know?
Honestly, no. I usually send my fiance.
You guys need to get aligned on money. She should be here, honestly. You guys need to talk. You need to figure out what your goals are, what you're trying to do. Your rent's way too much for. Well, it's on the edge of too much for sure. Just over, but like you need to know what is coming out when she's out and like what's being spent on medical and all that stuff. What your situation is. Good news is you do have leftover. After you set aside for taxes, $2,943. But of course, take that from the $3,500-ish. Every month it will be up and down a little bit, but you should have an extra $557 left on average, based on what we have.
Sounds about right. Because that sounds about how much I'm trying to put away.
I do want a 1 month emergency fund. I want your emergency fund and tax account separated though, and to do 2 different savings accounts, or at least 2 different buckets if they can do buckets in that. I think you're in a firm, yeah. Okay. Because it's really messy. Set the 30% aside for taxes, maybe 25%, probably 30% with what you're doing with health insurance. We don't 100% know, but be aware of a potential bigger bill at the end of the year that you're not aware of. Could also be a reason why he's having you set aside an additional 9 on top of quarterlies. So you can probably take from that tax account with where you are $2,000 of it. I think $2,000 into savings. Put that in another savings and keep the rest for taxes.
Okay.
What you need to survive is $3,000 though, and I want you to have at least 1 month emergency fund. So what we're doing for 2 months, the first 2 months of this process, is we're throwing that into the savings, and you have just over a 1 month emergency fund. Okay. From there, student loan payments, by the way, I didn't calculate that. They're probably going to be something like $75. So we got to add that in as well. So you actually need $3,000 to survive just about because of that. We're going to do some rounding on that part. It's about $490 left on a monthly basis now.
Oh, no.
Because you need to start making those student loan payments because they are going to start negatively impacting you once that grace period ends. And then that's coming up very soon. Y'all got to use my favorite high yield savings account where you can get up to 4.6% on your money plus FDIC insurance up to $2 million. You can also get up to $300 for signing up today. It's the personal high yield savings account that I use for my money, so don't let your money be losing money while it's just sitting there. Click in the link in the description below and get those bonuses. Oh, this actually isn't even that hard, man. Your 10 isn't even that crazy. You're just insane with it. You're just so stupid with it. Of course, I'm not putting weed in your budget.
It's just like how? Like where? I guess like I'm not seeing what you're seeing.
You have an extra $490. You have a 1 month emergency fund after 2 months. So, okay, lovely. You're literally able to pay off Bank of America in 2 months. So by the end of month number 4, Bank of America card's paid off. The Affirms, bad interest rates, those are paid off in an additional 3 months. So we just completed month number 7, going into month number 8. Month number 8, let's pay off the college in 2 months at that point with the extra money we have left over from paying off the other cards. So we have leftover money on a monthly basis now. That'll 8, 9. Just completed month number 9. Headed into month number 10. Month number 10. This is where we tackle the Amazon card. It's probably going to be about $4,700 by then because you're only doing minimum monthly payments, but you're also not purchasing on them. If anything, I'd actually close the accounts. But you probably have an extra just about.
Oh, you're gonna hate this. Isn't that gonna negatively impact my credit if I?
1 second. We can talk about that in a second. That'll take about 7 months to pay off. We just did 9, so that's 16 months. Yeah, almost a year and a half. It's not bad. Student loans had minimum monthly payment until they're paid off, and the minimum monthly payment's only $75. So with that, that's actually pretty okay. And at that point, you have an extra. Like almost 700, basically 600, 700, maybe $750 left on a monthly basis. $2,000 in an emergency fund. Let's get you to, because you brought down your debt payments, You know, I'll say this, and people have already realized it because they've been watching it. This is live to you and me, not to everyone else that are able to think through things a bit more. But I did a dumb and didn't put your debt minimum monthly payments in there. So it's actually going to take twice as long. Minimum monthly payments were not put in the budget, and that was my fault. Sense. I just missed that somehow. So it's about 3 years. 3 years and you're debt free other than the student loans. But 3 years also really isn't that bad. Just take the numbers I gave you and essentially just times them by 2, and that should work. But it's still not that bad. And then at that point, then you really have an extra like $500 left on a monthly basis. And we're going to do a $18,000 emergency fund as a 6-month emergency fund for you. Minus the $3,000 you already have in there. Divide that by the $500 you have left over on a monthly basis. Takes another 2.5 years.
Oh, God.
5 years to have a fully funded emergency fund to pay off all your debt. I'd rather you go quicker than that, and you can go quicker than that by also increasing your wage because through the certification you're doing now, getting the one you already have on your resume, maybe the one I gift you as well, shopping around, job shopping. You haven't been there very long, so you need let's show that we've been at a job a little longer. And obviously use the one you had previous for your resume as well. But now that we know you're on the lower scale, at least again, Texas, Florida could be a little different. Maybe it's a little lower there. Yeah. But let's pretend that you're still just on, maybe it's a little higher there, or maybe the average wage is a little lower there, but you're still on the lower end of the scale probably. Yeah. You increase an extra few bucks an hour, by a better job, getting some raises. With that, you accelerate this process dramatically. I really think this could be a total of a 3 to 4 year process instead of a 5. But you do have to budget. You really do have to budget. And at some point, it'd be great if she could bring in money. It's not necessarily required, but it'd be great if she could, even if it's just a couple, just like a part-time job on the side every once in a while. You guys are 25. The kid can't form concrete memories until they're about 3 anyway. So you may as well grind it out now. If you both grind it out, if you work even more hours, if you get a part-time job, the more money you make, the better you can budget and cut down and stop the smoking as well. It's the more you do that, buddy, in 2 to 3 years, if you really go hard, you could have it dealt with. But you also have to just at least make your minimum monthly payments, and you're not doing that, and that's what scares me. Your behavior is what scares me.
So, and I get that we just did this budget, but I kind of did have a plan to go on a cruise this August with my fiance because, we're engaged. We don't really get to do much.
Well, first of all, you guys just went to Universal. That is something. It's more than a lot of people get to do. More than I got to do until I was into late high school. It was a kid with my family. Well, you guys aren't even married. It's not even in a honeymoon.
See, but it'd be nice to just go to a courthouse and just go on a cruise.
Oh, well, go to the courthouse and get married, but you guys can't afford that right now. Again, this is a sacrifice for your future. It's a sacrifice for your kids' future. I wouldn't do it. You haven't bought it, right?
No, I haven't bought it yet.
Okay, that would have been the main concern. Gosh. Normally I'd yell at that, but my throat hurts, and it's just I've just
So what I'm hearing is
I'm already kind of defeated from your lack of payments and just your behavior in general. So it's just I just don't know if any extra going into you would even help, to be honest. You should know that that's bad. I hope you know that that's bad. I hope you don't do it. I hope you're an adult for the first time in your life. You act like a man. You act like a partner. You act like a dad. Just be an adult. Finally, don't do it. It's dumb. So no. So your question is denied.
Okay, I can accept that.
You won't go on it?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, well, there's a win to end this. Spending in a budget. Spending was bad. It wasn't the worst we've seen. Let me look at the pie chart.
Let's see
where our categories were.
And I could cut back on the.
To 0. Going out to eat 300. It wasn't good. Miscellaneous 539. That's definitely not good.
God damn.
Yeah. So maybe don't do that. Debt was so insignificant. It was only 1.5% of your thing. We actually had to stop you from smoking before coming on. You were like, oh, please, Mr. Producer, Mr. Noah, let me spliff up before we come on. And Noah was like, is he allowed to smoke before we come on? I was like, no. Just calm down, dude. Like, you don't need to smoke in every second of your life. Legitimately, though, I know there's actually been more conversations because it was always among the conversation that no, it's not addictive and stuff like that. And then now it's becoming more a part of the conversation. Where it's like people have like found themselves like it's become like a major part of their life, and they're like, wait a second. So if you need help, reach out help. If you need resources, I'm happy to connect you with them. We're happy to connect you with them. Spending your budget, it's going to be a 3 out of 10. Because those percentages, I just wish more went to your debt, obviously, but the percentages themselves weren't the most outrageous thing in the world. Debt. One of them's in collections. That immediately brings your score down to a 0 out of 10. That college thing. Well, it's internal collections. Maybe you're missing the payments. The debts are honestly not the end of the world. What's the end of the world is you're not paying them. So the debt you have itself, the score of the debt, I would say is a 3 out of 10. But because you're not putting the money towards it and paying that's going to bring your spending in a budget to a 0 out of 10 because you're not budgeting correctly. You should be paying your monthly payment. So they just kind of swapped. Emergency fund, you have started. It's confusing with what's going in taxes, what's going in emergency fund. You started. It's a low. You're hoping to get somewhere by the end of the year. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. Retirement.
No.
0 out of 10. That's stupid. Best years of your life for compound growth. Real estate, 0 out of 10. That is going to be a Hammer financial score. 1 out of 10. Make sure to check out all the resources linked in the description below. They are what I use or would use in specific situations, including our brand new best of the class, best of the world, best in the history of the internet investing program that you get for free by taking it, because Moomoo gives you $100 worth of free stocks that I personally chosen because they're the ones I invest in. So make sure to check them out and stick around for the post show. Today on the Financial Audit Post Show.
The way I was seeing it is like I already got some land and out in like another country. Create an
You
Earthship.
said something that sounded almost good for a second, and then you went complete insane again. In another country? What other country?
Honduras.
Okay, how are things going in Honduras these days?
Not so great, actually. They have a narco president. He just got arrested recently. A lot of violence.
Great. Yeah,
probably
let's
one of
raise
the
a
most
kid there.
dangerous places for women. But you could do what you want with your land, which you can't do here.
Yeah, until you're a woman on that land, right? To watch the Financial Audit Post Show, click the join button below.